In this lesson, we will finally make our program dynamic by getting user input. In order to do that, let's use the input function. When we create a variable, instead of assigning a static value to it, we can use the input function. So input, and inside parentheses, we can pass some instructions for the user. So let's write, please enter the first number. When we press enter, it's going to show us the message and it's going to wait for our input. So I'll just put 4. And now if I print that variable, which in the Python interpreter, we can just type the name of the variable. We don't need to use the print function here. We can see that the value 4 has been assigned to that variable. So let's do the same thing for number 2. And now the second number is 8. Okay, let's keep making some tests here in the interpreter before we put it in our program. So let's try to make a sum of those two numbers. So number 1 plus number 2. Looks like something went wrong here. What happens is, every time we get user input, it comes as text, which is a data type called string. In the next lesson, we will start learning all about data types in details. If you want to know what is the data type of a variable, you can use the type function. So we want to know the type of the variable called number 1. Now we can see that the type of this variable is str, which stands for string. The thing is, operators work differently depending on the data type. If we have numbers, the plus sign makes the sum of those numbers. But if we have strings, the plus signs makes a concatenation of those strings. That's why you just put 4 and 8 together. There are some cool things we can do with concatenation. Let's create a variable called first name and assign a string. So I'll just put my first name and last name. Now let's use concatenation to create an email address. So let's print your email address is. Now I'm going to concatenate my first name with a dot. Now my last name and another string that will be at, let's say, gmail.com. So there are cool things we can do with concatenation, but this is not what we wanted for our numbers. So how can we solve our problem? We're gonna have to convert the user input into a number. As we will see, there are two types of numbers in Python. Floats, there are numbers with decimals, and integers, that are numbers without decimals. For our example, let's allow the user to type decimal numbers if he wants. So let's convert the input to float using the float function. So instead of just using the variables as they are, as now we know that the values have been stored as strings, let's convert the variables to float numbers. So we just use the float function, and inside parentheses, we pass the value we want to convert. So let's convert number 2 as well. Now it converted those values to float numbers and we have the right result. Okay, so it's time to use it in our program. Let's just copy this code here. And replace it here, and then the same for the number 2. Let's add some spaces so this is more organized. So let's make the conversion when we are assigning the value to the variable. So here, I'm just going to use the float function. And the conversion will be done when assigning the variable. Same thing here. I'm using spaces here so we don't get confused. And now let's save it and see if this is working. Let me put it a bit more to the top so you can see it better. Alright, let's enter the first number, which was 4, and now the second number. And now our program is dynamic. If we run it again, now we can type different numbers. We can even type decimal numbers. And it's going to get us the average. Alright, in this lesson we learned how to assign user input to a variable. We saw that every time we do this, the data is stored as a string. So if we're working with numbers, we have to do a type conversion. I hope you liked this lesson, and I'll see you in the next video.